Hello, everyone. This is Tammi Morrison of Unleashing Your True Self, and I am your intuitive energy alchemist. And I'm here to share it was so fire, and that was one of the things that we talked about was our soul. When you are looking, when you begin your journey, one thing I can say is that and it looks like Mercury retrograde is in full swing because it says my connection is unstable. Now, is there anything I can do about that? Not a thing. Just speak that the connection is stable and expected. And so that is one of the things that I want to share a little bit of. When you begin to, and what it is that your soul is calling you to do, because many of us are in fields that weren't things that our soul called us. And so a lot of times after we've been in those fields for a few years, we start getting start wondering, where is the next step? Because if it is not something that your soul is calling you, then many times it's difficult to do on a consistent basis. So what I'm saying is that it's time to begin to understand, what your soul is calling you to do. And a few ways to do that. Well, one way to do that is to get in meditation and connect with your spirit team, with your guides, with the people that are around you, um, with your intuition, with your higher self, with God. So as you connect to the spiritual world, your spirit team, you can ask them, what is that on the plate? Because we have many purposes. There are many purposes that we have, but our soul calling is going to basically line up all the purposes. Things that that you purpose, the things that you purpose are going to line up. They're going to line up with your soul calling. And so as we begin to do that and we dive deep into ourselves, we'll begin to discover things that we didn't even know were there for us. We didn't even realize that that was in our awareness and that we could. I think that's the main thing. So because we all have a job, some of us, and everybody has a job. So it's not just the people that are out here um, talking about awakening and development. So now it's your soul calling, because we know this to be true. Big ideas and big plans and big dreams that they never accomplished, that never happened. And so that is one of the I love to get on here and talk, master your soul calling, to do the thing that you came here to do in this planet. Um, I'm super excited about all the things that have been occurring and happening in my life. And I am sharing as we go because I wanted to take you guys on my journey. And so as I go, I've been really diving deep into Florence Scovel Shinn, Neville Goddard, The Science of the Mind, Wallace D. Wattles, um, uh, William Russell, some of the other older thought leaders. I've been diving into that. And my reason for diving into Scovel Shinn and Neville Goddard is because I come from a background, a religious background. So that actually worked for me because they talk, and I'm a God girl, not religion. So those things actually resonated with me and worked. And so I began to use some of the techniques that they as in situations and days and stuff like that. So I started doing those things and I started speaking out things instead of just accepting, because that is one part of it. Is many times we accept what people say, we accept what people tell us, We accept the limitations that people put on us. And so what I say is now stop accepting those limitations. Stop listening to what people say to you, as far as, taking it for gospel. You have your own. So many times we depend on people's guidance systems instead of on our own. So when begin to your own guidance system. So I'm going to share, I'm going to pull a card for all of us from the Priestess of the Light, which is one of my amazing decks that I just love. Let's see. Ooh, that's the one. That's the one. That's the one. So you can definitely go on a journey. Card that came for us. You can definitely go on a shamanic journey. Purpose, attunement, and vision quest. So that is one of the things that you can do. You can definitely take yourself on a journey. And many times when you go on these shamanic journeys, the purpose, the attunement, vision quest, all of those things are there for you, and it will show you who you are and what you're supposed to do and what your soul calling is. A lot of times we discount the things that we do naturally. Like there are people that do all kinds of things naturally, but they discount those things because to justify the belief that it's always hard for me and that it's never easy. And that it's easy for other people, but it's not. It's because I started looking over my. Sometimes I made things hard, and that is what I did. I started making things hard, so then I could that things don't work out for me, and that everything is hard for me, and that my life is difficult and more difficult than other people. And I had to go that other people that I know didn't have, different situations and stuff. And so when I realized that and I started seeing that pattern, then I flip it and make it in alignment and make sure that it is in alignment for me. And so these are some of the things that you can do when you are in this place where you're desiring to learn about your soul calling. Because what happens is when you get into that spot, you start to really dive deep. Because the thing is many times, if we don't check ourselves, we don't get checked. I mean, you could get checked from someone else, but many times we need to check ourselves. So when I say that, I mean, go into your own self, go into your own rest, go into, dive deep in and see. Sit down with your notebook. Sit down with your notebook and write. Sit down, ask yourself questions, and sit and just wait for the answers. The thing, we have the answers. We have the answers. So if we have the answers, then why are we not asking ourselves the questions? Why are we not asking ourselves the questions? Because we have the answers. Probably because we didn't realize. Because people tell us that if you talk to yourself, you're crazy. But that is crazy. Because here's the thing. You already know the answers. For those of you that are watching and you would like to write a book. Because I have a book, Passing the Pearls, that I am marketing for you to be able to write a story about your grandmother. Would like to write in a best-selling book, make sure that you send a message or reach out to me or comment, because I try to go back and look at the comments. Yes. And also, if you are a beautiful young lady and you are looking to explore and learn about who you are, your spiritual gifts, your sacred, your DNA activated, as well as your crystal alignment, in my new 6-week program, Limitless, So if that's something that interests you, make sure that you send me a message or write a, do a comment or whatever. Because I'm going to probably post LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter, places you can find me. In the making, it's my first program that I've done, group program, but I'm super, super excited and here for it. So we're going to launch that in June to see if you really want, something that you desire, and if we're a good fit. So that is. So again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will definitely be back on again live, probably the weekend because I got to work tomorrow and the next day. I might come on tomorrow night though, but no, probably not. But the weekend I'll be on again. So thank you so much for hanging out with me and joining me. And if you would like to join me in passing the pearls, make sure you send me a comment, or send me a message, or DM me if you see me someplace else. Because I don't, yeah. All right. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that this was helpful to you. And again, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell so that you'll be notified when I come on and bring more content. Again, thank you so much for joining me. Bye now.